Hello, second graders. Welcome to a new math lesson. We're still in topic 11. Today's lesson number 5, explain subtraction strategies. So let's see what we have. Please open your book, page 489.
Find 532 minus 215. Use any strategy. Then explain why your strategy works.
Remember, we learned how to subtract using place value blocks or drawing in a chart when you have hundreds, tens, and ones, and we also use the open number line. So today you can use any strategy, but you need to explain. So don't just give the answer, you have to show how did you get your answer, all right?
Find 437 minus 245. Use any strategy. One way is to use place value blocks. How would you use place value blocks to help you find 437 minus 245? You draw place value blocks to show 437. Then you cross out 245 and count how many place value blocks are left. What regrouping will you need to do to subtract 245 from 437?
Select your answer.
All right, let's see first. 437 minus or take away 245. So we draw the hundreds, 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 7 ones. Now we need to take away 245. If I take 200, I need to take 4 tens, 40, 4 tens. I know that I only have 3 tens, so that means I need to regroup 100 as tens.
You will need to regroup 100 as 10 tens. There are not enough tens to subtract 4 tens from 3 tens. Subtract 5 ones. Regroup 100 as 10 tens. Subtract 4 tens. Subtract 2 hundreds. So 437 minus 245 equals 192. Another way to find 437 minus 245 is to use an open number line to subtract. When you count back to subtract, which number do you start with?
Select your answer.
All right. So when we count down, so we're not counting up, we're counting backward. So we're starting with
Start with the greater number, 437. Place 437 on the right side of the open number line, so there is room to count back on the left. To subtract, count back the hundreds, then the tens, and then the ones. You land on 192. So 192 is the difference of 437 and 245. You can also record partial differences. Start with 437 and take away the hundreds. Then take away the tens in 2 parts, 30 and 10. Then take away the ones. Why does the counting back strategy work?
because you subtract the amount that you need to subtract, 245.
It works because you start with a greater number and jump back the total amount you are subtracting. The difference is the number on which you land.
Good job subtracting.
All right, let's go for guided practice. Page 490 in your book. Subtract any way you choose. Show your work, then explain why the strategy works. So this is what we have. We have it this way, and they draw for us that place value. So let's see, 345, that means 300s, here 300s, 40, 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, take away 100 116. That's mean 100 and 110. So I'm taking away 100 and I'm taking away 110, right? Now let's take away the ones. I have 5, but I need to take away 6. And that's when I will regroup 110 to 10 tens. So I'm going to break the 10 to 10 tens. And that's why we put it in a box by itself. Now take away the 6. Here's 5 and 1 more. Let's count how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. So we have 2 hundreds, we have 2 tens, and we have 9 ones. All right, we need to explain this. So what we're going to say, I drew place value box to show the value of each digit. That's when I show the hundreds and the tens and the ones, and my number 345. Then what will happen? We will regroup $110 to 10 ones. So the total stays the same at 345. Then subtract 116. And the answer 229. So you regroup the tens to 10 ones, and then subtract the tens, and then the subtract the ones, then the tens, and then the hundred, or subtract the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. All right, let's go for the first exercise we have. In your book, page 489.
Find 532 minus 215. Use any strategy. Then explain why your strategy works.
All right, I'm going to use the open number line, and I'm going to count backwards. So let's draw open number line. And you know, when you count backward, you start with your greater number. So my greater number is 532. Let me write this down. 532. And I need to subtract to reach the number that I have to 215. So let's see. So first, I'm going to subtract 200. So I can do it either one jump or two jumps. I'm going to go for two jumps. So this is 100, and that's another 100. So let me write down minus 100 and minus 100. Okay. 53 minus 100, 532 minus 100 would be 432 minus another 100, 332. Let's put it down here. So 100, 100. All right, so this is the 200. What do I need to subtract? 110. So 110, I'm looking at my 10, 3 tens. I have 3 tens in 10 parts, so I'm taking 110. That means it's going to be 322. So let me draw smaller one, and then I write minus 10. I'm gonna put it here, and then I've changed my number to 322. Put it here. So now I subtracted the tens and the 100. I have to subtract 5 more. So I can do it one jump, or I can go one by one. Let's go one step at a time, use a different color. So 322 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do we have? 322 minus 1, 321. So let's write it. 321, 320, 319, actually we have to start backwards so we can put it. So 321, 320, 319, 318, and 317. So 320, 320, 321, 320, 319, 318, and 317, 5 times. So my answer, 317. Where did I land? On 317. So let's put my equation now. So we need to explain. I counted back 215, starting from 532. And I landed on 317. So 532 minus 215 equals 317. Put this here. Okay. Because I count backwards, here minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are the ones that I subtract. All right. So because I count backward, I started with the greater numbers, I went backward, and I see where did I land, and this is the number. If I count on, or if I add on, I will start with my smaller number, and I'm going to count up all the way to the number that I need to subtract from, and I'm going to count how many jump. All right. Okay, second graders, that's it for today. Thank you. Hello, second graders. Welcome to another math lesson. We're still in topic 11, and today is the last lesson for our topic, lesson number 6. So please open your book, page 493. Today's lesson, we might need to use more than one step to solve our problem. So let's see what we have.
Jody wants to bake 350 muffins. She bakes one batch of 160 muffins and one batch of 145 muffins. How many more muffins does Jody need to bake? Solve any way you choose. Show your work.
So as you see, this is like two steps equation. So we have two parts of our question. First, she wants to bake this amount. So she bakes one batch of 160 muffins and then another batch was 145 muffins. So we need to know how many left. So she reached her goal. First, we're gonna add the two batches of muffin that she baked and see, compare with what she had total of what her goal was, and we'll see how we reach that. First, we're gonna add what she baked, and then we're gonna subtract to get the difference from the goal or the number of muffins that she planned to, and we'll see how many muffins she need to bake. All right, so let's watch our video and come back to do this exercise.
Sometimes a hint can help you solve a problem.
To solve some problems, you have to answer more than one question. Sometimes one of the questions is hidden in the information you are given in the problem. How do you solve these problems? Let's find out. Analyze. Grade 2 wants to sell 10 more tickets to the school play than Grade 1. Grade 1 sold 476 tickets. Grade 2 sold 439 tickets. How many more tickets does Grade 2 have to sell to reach their goal? Plan. The problem asks you to find how many more tickets Grade 2 has to sell to reach their goal. Does that mean you subtract 439 from 476?
Select your answer.
No, because 476 is not the Grade 2 goal. 476 is how many tickets Grade 1 has sold. So how do you solve this problem? You think about the hidden question first. You need to subtract to answer the question, but first you need to find the correct number to subtract from. How did Grade 2 set their goal? Use the hint to help you figure out the hidden question. Grade 2 made a goal to sell 10 more tickets than Grade 1. Grade 1 sold 476 tickets. So what is the hidden question in this problem? The hidden question is, how many tickets is 10 more than 476 tickets? What do you do to answer that question?
Select your answer.
All right, so let's break this information down. As you see, it's lots of information, and I need to get the information I need and the information that will help me to go. So it's more than one step question. Don't just look at numbers and okay, I'm going to subtract these two numbers or I'm going to add these two numbers. No, the hidden part was that Grade 2 wants to sell 10 more than Grade 1. And we know that now Grade 1 sold 476. That means add 10 more to the 476 what Grade 1 sold.
To find the goal, you add 10 to 476. 476 plus 10 equals 486. So Grade 2 wants to sell 486 tickets. Solve and justify. Now you can find how many more tickets Grade 2 has to sell to reach their goal. To find the answer, what numbers do you subtract? You subtract the 439 tickets Grade 2 has already sold from the goal they set. The goal is to sell 486 tickets. So you subtract 439 from 486. Count up to subtract. 439 plus 1 equals 440. 440 plus 46 equals 486. So 486 minus 439 equals 47. Grade 2 needs to sell 47 more tickets.
All right. So as you see, it might look challenging or complicated, but actually it's just breaking the information you have. Take notes, ask question. What do you have? What are you looking for? And then you can always get what you're looking for by knowing that this is 2 steps or more than 1 step equation. So don't think that because I have 2 numbers, I have to subtract these 2 numbers or add 2 numbers. No, read and listen and always take notes. All right, let's see our guided practice. All right. Solve the problem. Remember to ask yourself a question, and that's very important. What we have and what do I need to look, and what am I looking for? Kim had 455 shells. So she had this amount of shells. First, she gives 134 of the shells to a friend. So she doesn't have now 455. She first had, but then she gave this amount to her friend. Then she finds 54 more shells. How many shells does Kim have now? What will you find first? Which operation will you use first? So first, I know that she has 455, but she gave away 134. So that would be the first part that I'm going to do, that I take away 134. Why? Because that's what she gave away to her friends. So let's write down this. 455 minus what she gave to her friend, 134. Okay, so let's take away the 100. So 455, I'm breaking it apart because I want to make sure that my friends easily get the right number. So 455 minus 100, I'm going to have 355. Now I have 34. So I'm going to break my 34 to 30 and 4. So I'm going to say minus 30. That will leave me with 3. 5 take away 3, 2. And then 5. And then I have the 4. So minus 4 equals 321. So first, let me put 455 minus 134. That's the beginning of my equation. So I'm starting now 455 minus 100. Minus. Okay. So what do I get? 355. So 355 minus 30, because I have 34. So I'm breaking 34 to 30 and 4. So I'm subtracting first the 30. So 355 minus 30 equals 325. Then I have the 4 ones. So 325 minus 4 equals 321. Now Kim have 321. So that's what she has now. Okay. All right. Then she finds 54 more. And that's what I'm going to add, 54 to 321. So that's the second part of my equation. So 321, that's the total of what she has now, plus 54, because she found 54 more, right? So I'm going to have 3, 7, and 5. That's the total. So now Kim has 375 shells. Let's write down that. Kim has 375 shells. That's the final answer. Okay, so let's go back to our question, page 493, and try to get the answer here. Break out the information, see what we have, and what are we looking for.
Jody wants to bake 350 muffins. She bakes one batch of 160 muffins and one batch of 145 muffins. How many more muffins does Jody need to bake? Solve any way you choose. Show your work.
All right. So this is her goal, 350. She baked 160 and then she baked 145. So first part, I'm going to add what she baked together. So 160 plus 145 equals, and then I'm going to put my answer here. That would be 305. So now she baked total 305. What was her goal? 350. The second step, her goal minus what she did or what she baked already. So 350 minus 305. And again, you can use any strategy to add or subtract. So if you want to draw place value, you can do that. So let's see. 350. So that's 300. And then 50 means 5 tens. So let's go for 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 0 ones, so no one. Now I need to subtract. I need to subtract 305. So, okay, 300. Let me take the 300. 300. Okay. How many tens I have? 5. And I have 5 ones. I don't have any 5 ones to take. So that's mean I'm going to break or regroup one of my tens to 10 tens. So let's put this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now what I need to do, I don't have hundreds. I have only 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. And now I need to take 5 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will leave me with 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So what do I have left? 45. That means Kim needs to bake 45 more muffins to reach her goal. So that's what we're gonna, I'm sorry, Judy. So let's write down this. Judy needs to bake 45 more muffins. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this information here. And I showed which strategy I used to subtract. All right, that's it for today, second graders. I'll leave you with the rest of the activity. Thank you.